Hello, my Luna loves. Welcome to my first pick a card reading. I am so excited to be doing this. I wanted to start off my first pick a card reading by going over what type of vibe do you send out. So how do people perceive you? And keep in mind this is timeless. So whenever you watch this at any point in time, this is how people are perceiving you at this time. So what energy, what vibe are you giving off? And as a whole, so this could be just the duration of your life, the kind of energy that you give off. This could be the energy that you are giving off right now, but I'm feeling like the message from Spirit so far when I was pulling the cards was this is pretty much a indefinite kind of energy. This isn't really a temporary type of thing. This is something that a deep energy that you just have within yourself. Just one of those archetypes that are long lasting. So if you are new to pick a card readings, just wanted to let you know that how this works is you pick a pile here that resonates to you. So whichever pile is calling to you the most, just go with your gut. Just go with that inner knowing, that inner feeling. You really have to tap into your intuition. And so this is pile 1, and this is lapis lazuli here. Pile 2 with citrine, and pile 3 with jade. So if you need a little bit of time to figure out which pile is calling to you, you can pause the video. And if more than one pile is calling to you, that's totally fine. There may be more than one message in here for you. But if you're picking too many piles at once, if you're thinking all 3 are calling to you, most likely that's not the case, and the messages can get kind of mixed. So try to stick to one pile if one is really calling to you. But if there is 2 that you're just like can't choose between, there probably is 2 messages in there for you. So go ahead and watch 2. I will have timestamps linked in the description box, so that way you don't have to watch the whole video unless you want to. And that way, once you decide which pile you want to watch the video on, then you can just go to the description box and find the timestamp correlating with your pile. And then you can just watch your pile. Alright, and just a couple of things. If you wanted to book a reading with me, you can email me, LunaAffinity@yahoo.com. The information is linked in the box below. And yeah, if you like your reading, please do like and subscribe this video and subscribe to my channel. That would be really great. I think that was everything, so we'll go ahead and get into it. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this pile, you chose the lapis lazuli. And let's get on with it. So let's see what cards you have here. I did pick some oracle cards for you just for some clarifiers as well. So we have the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. So I feel like the energy that you're giving off, the vibe that you're sending out to people, you're a lover. You are someone who just really wants to give off that peace, that happiness. Whatever challenges come your way, you really just want to give off that vibe that you are centered and that you really don't want to portray someone who is super stressed out. You want to keep your composure. You want to make sure that you have it all together. Even if on the inside you're stressed out, even if you feel like on the inside your whole world is falling apart, on the outside you really look like you have it all together. I do feel like you have this connection with the divine. I feel like there's this deep intuition that you have going on here with the Ace of Swords. You're a really good communicator. You're an effective communicator. But you do have a lot going on up in your mind here with the 7 of Cups. So I think, yeah, there's just something, I feel like what I'm saying to you is that the way that people perceive you and the energy that you give out, is very different than the way that you internalize your own energy. So you're giving off these such good vibes, such good energy. You're almost like that ray of sunshine in other people's lives. And I feel like to other people, they are thinking to themselves, like, wow, this person has such good energy. You know, with the Two of Cups, this is a lot of attraction. People are attracted to your vibe. They want to be around you more. The Ten of Cups is about alignment and harmony, wanting to be around this person. So I feel like you really draw people in and really people want to spend a lot of time with you. So I'm really getting a lot of that type of energy. I feel like you are, yeah, I just really feel this deep loving vibe. But let's go ahead and go into your oracle here. Alright, so we have Child Divine and we have Networker. Make sure those are in frame. We have We the Hathors. We have Tiger's Eye. We have Amethyst. So, yeah, when I said that I felt like you were really connected to the divine, I do feel that. I feel like your intuition's pretty dead on for sure. With the Amethyst as well, this helps us open up our intuition, our connection. And I feel like you're just a super authentic person. Let me throw this one up here with the shining through. You know, you really just shine your light. Like I said, people are super attracted to the energy that you put out. You're authentically yourself. We have revealing your true self, allowing others to know the real you, and you feel loved for who you truly are. So there's definitely this feeling that the more that you are yourself, the more that people are attracted to that. And I feel like you're unapologetically you. You're just very authentic, and no matter if it bothers other people or not, you're just going to be who you are. But I think that because of that, people actually appreciate that and they like that about you. I do feel like there's a bit of an empath nature to you. We have the feeling the world. So there's big feelings here. When I said that there's this intuition, I do feel like there's something on a deeper scale here with you being able to feel the feelings of other people around you. So I think that may be why there's this big love. People are drawn to you. You may be an advice giver, and they just want to be around your energy more. I think a lot of the times when it comes to empaths, people want to be around those people more, because even though internally they may be struggling, the energy that they give off, they're healers, they're light workers, and people want more of that, and they want to be around that more. So I'm definitely seeing empath, highly sensitive type of energies coming through you. But you are a confident person. They're seeing that energy. They're seeing confidence. Like I said, no matter what, no matter how you're feeling on the inside, they're seeing your composure being held. So there's definitely that confidence there. And we have deep love here. So more of that loving energy coming through. So remember when I said that people are drawn to you, we have networkers. So there's this social aspect of you where people, again, I cannot keep saying it enough. Like, people want to be around you. They just love it. Like, and maybe you are a social person, so maybe there's something about you where you like being social. Maybe there's times where maybe you can't always afford to be social. Maybe there's times where you need to disconnect, but you do enjoy being social, being that networker kind of person, and being able to be that helper or give that advice. It says enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. So I definitely see you as someone who people seek advice from, and you being the person that wants to help. And we also have child divine, light attributes, innocence, purity, redemption, suggests a special connection with the divine. So again, we're getting more confirmation here that you do have this connection here to the divine. There's you know, honestly, you guys may have some psychic ability, to be completely honest. There's this purity about you, this lightness about you. There's so much light here, and I just really feel like because of that, there's people just, yeah, they're just in awe of this fabulous energy that you put out. So just keep on doing what you're doing, because that vibe is amazing. So I hope that that gave you a little bit more clarity on what kind of energy you put out there. Maybe this isn't something that you feel like you're doing, or maybe it will resonate. Hopefully it will on some level. I think it's pretty funny sometimes people don't realize, you know, the energy that they put out and how people perceive them, because internally they're thinking so many other things. But yeah, this is how people perceive you. So, and that's amazing, and that is beautiful. So if you liked this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And again, if you want a personal reading from me, just check out the description box for that information. Until next time, bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the citrine, this reading is for you. So we have the Strength card, the Four of Pentacles, the Tower, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Fool. So right away, I can see that you have been through a lot in your life. I feel like this is the pile that is going to be the one where it's transformative. You guys are the ones that have been through it all in life. And you kind of put out that, maybe that shield, maybe that wall. That vibe that you give out is one of confidence for sure, but you probably don't reveal everything to people right away. You might be a little bit intimidating. People might have to take some time to figure you out, and you might not put it all out there. People might be like, can I trust this person? I don't really know. And you might not be the super most warm kind of person right off the bat, but what they do know about you is that you are someone that they would want to get to know, and they do not want to be on your bad side. That they would rather get to know you and be on your good side more than anything. And I think that's because you've had to be in self-protection mode probably all your life. You've had to be strong. There's this strength about you, and this need to have this courage because of everything that you've been through. So I think that you're more reserved, more like conservative in the way of like how much you give to people right off the bat. The Tower is just showing me all of the transformation and transitions that you've had to go throughout your life. And the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's now very secure within themselves. But I do feel like because of that, people are maybe a little bit intimidated by you and not really sure how to approach you about things. But I feel like you've had to go through a lot, and you are definitely doing a lot better now, I feel like. Or if you're not at that point in your life and you're like, oh, I am in that past stage, or I'm in that present stage, but like, where is it going to go? I do want to say that I am seeing like more stability, but that's not what that reading is about. The energy that you're putting off, though, is more like fake it till you make it, and now that I've made it, or once you make it, then you are boss. Like, you are sovereignty, you are queen. There is this radiating confidence because you've had to be strong, and you have been through a lot of BS in your life. I do feel like you've basically had to do this on your own. You've had to go through a lot of like endings and beginnings and starting over a lot. And basically, the Fool is basically this, new beginning that you've kind of had to do on your own, where you feel like you basically had to lean on yourself throughout things. So whatever it is that you've been through, you're giving that vibe where it's like, it's going to take some time for me to trust you, for me to open up, that kind of thing. You're nice, you're not rude, but you're also like giving that vibe of like, it's going to take a minute for us to get to that point. But I did pull some oracle cards for you, so let's see what we've got here. So we have Shapeshifter, Guide, a New Earth, kind of like that Fool card, I think. We have Jade, Turquoise, Opening to Discovery. Sorry, it's a little bit out of view. And then we have Sacred Reverence. So, let's see here. So with Sacred Reverence, I feel like you've pretty much just had to learn how to, like, because of everything you've been through, you have more of an appreciation to live in the moment, and get inspiration from just the everyday things, because things haven't always been so simple. Things have been hard. And so I think that because when things are easy and things are simple, you appreciate it more, if that makes sense. We also have Opening to Discovery. So I feel like this is like you needing to, you being open to, like the Fool, with a New Earth, like the Fool, you needing to have a little bit more faith because things haven't always been so certain, but also being, and there's a lot of like locking key symmetry here, like almost like you've always had to be the one that had the key to basically create whatever it is that you wanted out of life, and being the one that had to discover and like pave that way for you, pave that path, and figure out how you're going to go about doing that. But always being open to that information and being open to new things. We also have Shapeshifter, so I do feel like you've had to adapt a lot throughout your life. And so I think that it's possible that people see you, which could be unfortunate, so they could see you as someone who's maybe not truly authentic, because shapeshifters are flexible and adaptable. A lot of times Geminis are viewed this way, because shapeshifters are flexible and adaptable because they get along with a lot of different types of people, and they've had to be. Granted, you've had to be a shapeshifter because you've had to survive. People can see that as like deceiving. People can see that as like fake or something like that, like two-faced here with the mask. So people might see that, as that type of energy that you give off. But I feel like with a Guide here, you are so wise that you've gained so much wisdom, and that the people who truly see you and truly know you and understand you, they hone in on that and they trust your wisdom and trust you for like everything that you have gone through in life, and like want to learn from you, and your word is gospel, basically. I also feel like here with a New Earth, that's just more of, needing to keep the faith, needing to constantly feel like since there was so much uncertainty in life, that's what needed to happen. We do have wellness, the recovery of health and wellness. So with that, I feel like people have it just speaks more to, your path. It speaks more to people seeing, once they get to know you, how far you've come, and all of it's almost like the Nine of Wands, like the battle scars and the wounds and, you know, the trials and tribulations and all the things that you've been through, but like, look at where you are now. And we also have spiritual path. So to me, that's speaking to a lot like the guide, the divine life in yourself, and the spiritual path in having that faith. And I feel like the vibe that you're putting out there is that you trust in divine timing. You trust in your spiritual guides, that you trust in your spiritual team. Whatever it is your belief system is that people, the vibe that you're putting out there is that your spirituality is important to you. So that is for certain, but I feel like you are a bit guarded. I feel like that is a bit of the vibe that's here, but with reason, for sure. But you are a strong person, and people are seeing strong, confident, capable. They are seeing so much of that in this reading, for sure. So I hope that that resonated for you. If you liked this reading, if you could please give it a like, and if you want more videos like this, subscribe. And until next time, bye. Hi, pile 3. If you chose this pile, you chose the Jade. Alright, so we have the Magician, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the King of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Swords. I forgot, you guys got so many extra cards. You got the most cards than any other pile, so Spirit had a lot to say to you. So you are my artists of the group. You are my creators, my lone wolves. So the vibe that you give off is that you, you know, you keep your people, your tribe, the ones that mean a lot to you, close to you, and those are the people that you collaborate with. Otherwise, you're pretty much a lone wolf, that you make sacrifices for the people that mean a lot to you. But I do feel like you have a nomadic heart, that you desire to travel. You may do a lot of traveling. People might see you as someone who goes on these wild adventures. You might be the black sheep of the group that you're in. I definitely see you as the artists, the poets, the journalists, the creators, the manifestors. You have that spark of fire in you, and you create. You are also the communicators. You're the ones that have this like mental, almost like philanthropic. I'm getting a lot of like Aquarian vibes as well. So you're very much like progressive in like your thoughts, you're idealistic, that kind of thing. Especially with that King of Swords here, those are like a lot of the vibes that I'm getting. Yeah, so let's take a look at your oracle cards here. So remember, you guys have a lot of cards. So we have Hermit, Visionary, and Rescuer. So yeah, so the Hermit card is seeking solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. So 100% here with the Hermit. This is about solitude. This is about focusing on yourself as well to serve personal creativity. I'm seeing a lot of that here with the Magician, the Ace of Wands, and I'm just getting a lot of that solitude vibes here with the King of Swords and as well as the Magician. The Visionary is here with the Magician as well. The capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal claim. So remember when I was saying something about Aquarian vibes, like having this idealistic type of vibe, this progressive point of view, that kind of thing. That's a lot of like the King of Swords. King of Swords is very mental, and they have this progressive point of view that's very visionary. We also have rescuer. So I see that with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a lot about sacrifice. So the people that are close to you, I do feel like you may have that tendency to not really you're a very selfless person. Even though you are a lone wolf, you will do what it takes to rescue other people, no matter if it causes you potential harm. That you focus a lot on other people and not so much on yourself. And so we have provide strength and support to others in a crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So that's a very beautiful trait, but I feel like people could end up using you. So that is something to pay attention to, that people do notice about you, that you are a rescuer, that you do have this tendency to come to people's aid. So just be careful with that sacrifice. We also have surrender to the sweetness and whale and orca elders. So because you are a bit of a lone wolf and you are this creative artist, poet, musician, visionary, progressive, idealistic type of person, whatever it is that you do, you think, you put out there into the universe, out there into your social environment, you're very attractive to people. There's either this sweetness about you that people are drawn to, or this intoxicating type of alluring attraction. So however that resonates. So whether you're very a sultry type of sensual, sexy type of like, you know what I mean? Like the kind of person that's just like, because they're a lone wolf, they're mysterious and like people kind of want to figure them out and who are you, and like they're drawn to that. I'm kind of getting like those vibes, but I'm also getting the vibe that like because you could be a rescuer and the tendency, and I do feel like, remember, because this is a general reading, so there could be some of you that are like that, and then there could be also some of the people that are rescuers and care about the people that are close to them and have that tendency that people might mistake them as being like too sweet and too gullible, possibly. So those are the things that I'm seeing with this surrender to the sweetness card. But there's definitely that duality there. I mean, you definitely could be a person of both. You could be a person who's very cute and sweet and wanting to make sacrifices to help other people and not really focusing too much on yourself, but you could definitely have a very attractive vibe to you that's very sultry and sexy. So there is something there that's calling to me about that card. And we also have share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So I'm getting as well with the frequency of sound, share your song. That's a lot too about that artistic vibe, but as well as you being authentically you, people do see that you're a very authentic person. We also have tanzanite, kyanite, and calcite. Actually, let me go ahead and put these over here so you can see them a little bit better. Busy times of multitasking, ready to love again, and time for self-care. So with the multitasking, like I said, I feel like you like have the heart of a nomad, like you want the nomadic life, or like you desire to travel or something along those lines, or there's this something about you that's like a busybody, and so they see you very much so out and about doing things, getting things done, that you very much don't really take time to do the things that you need to do for yourself, unless you are like, you know what, I just need to go into hermit mode and just get into my creative role. I feel like unless you're doing something creatively, you aren't really taking care of yourself. So what it's telling you to do is just make time for some self-care. I feel like that was a message from Spirit to let you know that we need to make sure that we're doing that. We also have that you are a person that is healing. So they could see the energy that you're putting out as possibly someone who has been trying to heal from the past. That's a pretty deep thing to be putting out there, but maybe you've changed. Maybe there's something about you that, you know, people who haven't seen you in a while, maybe they're saying, oh, hey, they're not the same person that they were a few years ago, or there's something different about them that's changed over time. We also have the storyteller and call of the muse. So we also have pen and paper, and then we have call of the muse, which is a lot like, you know, that creative thing that gives you that inspiration. So I'm definitely feeling more of those creative vibes for sure. But I do feel like with number 17, the storyteller is like, what story are you telling people on how to treat you? Because whatever story you tell them, that depicts how other people treat you. Remember when I said that, like, people could be using you, people could um, see you as that rescuer kind of personality, and so you want to make sure that you're not doing that. So pay attention to the story that you're telling people about yourself, pay attention to the words that you say about yourself, pay attention to the actions that you're doing and putting out there, and, you know, set up those boundaries, make sure that you're doing those things. But also, I do see you as a storyteller. I see you, like I said, as a creative type of energy, and we also have call of the muse. So this is very much like that musical type of energy and getting that inspiration from music and, you know, any kind of like artistic inspiration, creative expression, and just being in the flow of that creativity, you know, tuning into that inspiration and allowing that creativity, you know, to flow through you. And, you know, this could even be, you know, writing and journaling as a means of connection. You know, those are the that's kind of cool how like those two cards connect with the two. So I feel very much so that people see you as this passionate, creative kind of person. They're attracted to you, I think physically, honestly, or you're mysterious and kind of cryptic, because you do go into your times of solitude. But you need to do, when you do that, you need to make time for self-care, not always just retreating away. Like, make sure that you're taking time for yourself, not just multitasking and trying to stay busy all the time. So a little bit all over the place. Your energy's a little bit scattered, but I think that's what draws people into you a little bit, because they don't really know what to expect from you. So that's pretty cool. So that is what I have for you, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this reading, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more readings like this, or if you want to throw some ideas in the comments, feel free. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will be seeing you guys later. Bye!